What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Kansas City Chiefs Week 12 recap. Chiefs win 30-27. It was a hard-fought victory versus the Panthers. We kept fighting, but we prevailed. I'm just going to dive into what I saw and what I thought. Pat had a great game, one of his best games this season. Travis made some big catches over the middle of the field, per usual. We found Diop in the red zone yet again. Noah Gray had a good game again, another touchdown for him. I would like to shout out Chuba Hubbard, my Canadian player, and also Bryce Young. Even though they're not on our team, I thought that they deserved the respect, and also I admired those players. I think they played a great game, and they deserve some recognition. Especially Bryce Young over just the ups and the downs and the adversities that he's faced yet so far. I thought that the defense is still struggling. Not just we struggled on third and longs. I've already talked about that, or just third downs in general. But we struggled with some splash plays, some big plays where it's just we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot, because it'll be like we get a sack where we'll kind of push them back, or it looks like we're gonna get them off the field, or we're just looking strong at one point, and then they just get a big play over the middle of the field, and it kind of kills the whole entire momentum. So we got to work on that. We got to get them off the field when we can, because we let the Panthers in this game. I would like to talk about our O-line and our pass protection. Our pass protection, I typically don't talk about it because typically it's strong, but it's starting to diminish. It was better at the start of the season compared to now. This past game, we gave up 5 sacks, which was awful. It's mainly just the left tackle position, because our interior 3 is probably the best 3 in the whole entire league. They're all graded the best on Pro Football Focus. So it's we really need to work on the left tackle position. We had a rookie playing there, Kingsley Sumataya, the Hawaiian, but he's been in and out with the other left tackle. I'm forgetting the name that we have that's been filling in for him, because sometimes we don't trust Sumataya in those situations. But overall, we just need to improve on the left tackle situation, and we need to improve on our pass coverage, just our corner room, really, because our safeties are fine. I think Cook is good, and I think Reed is great. I think he's one of the best safeties in the league. He's having a breakout year. I think that he's gonna get the recognition he deserves. I don't know. He might not be a big enough name, especially in the AFC with all the safeties that we have here. But I think he can make a Pro Bowl, and I think he's a solid safety. If he doesn't even get the recognition, he knows that he's a great player. But we just need another corner. Since Jalen Watson's been out, I said that, and it's really just starting to hurt us. And that's really what hurt us in the Bills game. We just need another corner to pair with Trent McDuffie. I'm gonna just get into the stats right here. So Pat was 27 for 37. 269 yards, 3 touchdowns. Kareem Hunt had a good game again, 16 carries, 68 yards. Noah Gray was our top receiver with 4 receptions, 66 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's really starting to pop off, because not only do we not give a 12 look, I think that's what they call the formation, a 12, where there's 2 tight ends. We don't normally give that kind of look. We don't normally give a 2 tight end kind of look. And now that we're doing it, when we already have Travis, and Travis is still an impact, he's kind of making way for Gray to get big catches, and he's making it easier for Gray. Pat had 5 carries for 60 yards, averaged 12. He had the big run at the end of the game to ice the game, pretty much. McCole Hardman had 2 carries for 15 yards. Samaje Perine had 1 carry for 13 yards. Travis Kelce had 6 receptions for 62 yards. Xavier Worthy had 4 receptions for 46 yards. Yeah, his production started to go up. They already start to recognize, to try to take him away, because they know the type of player he can become, and the type of player that he is right now at an early stage. He's playing well. Rashee Rice didn't really come on until the end of the second half of the year, right now. So Rashee Rice last year came on in the playoffs, and just overall, so he still has time to develop into a Rashee Rice role, where he's our go-to receiver, aside from Travis, which I think he is, but he'll kind of have the production almost 1,000 yards what Rashee Rice did. But the thing about him is that he's a different player. He's more of a deep threat. So a lot of his routes that we've been giving him, and just mainly on the playbook, has just been deep routes. So it's easier to take that away versus a middle, an intermediate or a short route, because that's just harder to cover overall, because it's just shorter. And then also they'll pay more attention to the deep route, because they don't want to give up a big play over a small play. So it's not to say that Rashee Rice will be better, or he will be better. I'm not too sure. Their future is up in the air, who will be better. But even come off the injury for Rashee Rice. But I just think that Xavier Worthy he's a different player, and I think he's just going to continue to find his way and find his role into this team. DeAndre Hopkins had 5 receptions for 35 yards and a touchdown. Kareem Hunt had 3 receptions for 19 yards in the receiving game. I could look at our defense. Najee Johnson had 5 tackles, 3 assists. Justin Reed had 5 tackles, 1 assist. Mike Dana had 4 tackles, no assists. Brian Cook had 3 tackles, 4 assists. No picks and no sacks for our defense this time. But like overall, I think that we didn't look as bad as the score might show. Like we gave it 27. I still think their defense is solid. It's the 3rd and longs that are killing us, and then just not only that, it's just like it's really just us trying to play man a lot, and then the second quarter just won't be able to stick, or whoever's with it, like Najee Johnson trying to cover Adam Thielen, or just whoever's the McDuffie's not covering, or Reed is not covering, or Cook's not covering. It's kind of tougher because then they'll target them, and these guys are inexperienced. Like Najee Johnson's very inexperienced. He hasn't had that much reps. Chamari Connor's pretty inexperienced, but I think he's solid. But he's pretty inexperienced, so sometimes he'll give up some big plays. I don't even think Justin Reed had a great game this game, but he gave up some plays, but typically he's good to rely on. Let's look at the team stats. We had 391 total yards, 226 passing yards, 165 rushing yards, and 5.8 yards per play. Yeah, we outplayed them in every way. Like passing yards. Actually, though, they had more passing yards. So Bryce Young threw for more yards, but we had more rushing yards, and then we had more total yards. And the yards per play was the same. 27 first downs to 21. 8 out of 13 third down efficiency there. 5 out of 13. 2 for 2 on fourth down. We were 1 for 1. Total plays 68 to 58. We gave up 5 sacks, as I said, and they gave up 2 sacks. Oh, so we did get sacks. I guess I just didn't see it, but we only got 2 sacks to their 5 sacks, and we punted twice. They punted twice. Time of possession was 32 to 27. I can talk about why I think that Kansas City is going to be back on track. So I think that we're back on track because that loss against the Bills was kind of just. Like, I guess it's a good thing that could happen for us so that we lose now, and then because what a take that I heard throughout the week was just, it was a very good take where it was a very elaborate, where it said if we wanted to go undefeated, the pressure would be on us in the regular season, and it will also carry over into the postseason, where every single game will become bigger and bigger because every single game is closer to being undefeated. So every game will almost feel like a playoff game, just like how the Bills game felt like a playoff game if you watched it. Every game will feel like a playoff game because every single game is just, the weight is just getting, it's increasing and it's increasing because it seems like we're going to be undefeated, and you don't really want that when you're the back-to-back champs. You already have a target on your back as a dynasty, and then you're going for your 3-peat, and then you're going to be in the postseason. Even if it's just 3 games where you just need to rip off 3 games because you would have the bye, right? If we were undefeated, then like it still would be tough because these are playoff opponents. These are teams that have scheduled their whole offseason, their whole training camp, recruiting free agency just to try to beat you. Like you don't want the extra pressure of just keeping an undefeated season when that doesn't matter. What matters at the end of the day is a ring. You want to be chasing the ring. So it's like you just get that out of the way and just have a great season, and then when it's time for the playoffs, you know what time it is. It's Arrowhead Invitational. We're gonna be home again for the conference championship game, and then we're just ready to play. We're ready to win in that moment, in the biggest moment. You don't need an undefeated season, but it would have been nice. And I think, yeah. So overall, I think that will be good for us. I also think that will be good for us because I just think that a loss will just kind of loosen like the nerves or anything. So it's like you're not really worried anymore. So it's like we already lost this season. So it's like now we have something to learn from, because you don't just learn from your wins. As I said before, you learn from your losses. So like that's also why that'll be good for us. I'm going to take a look into our Black Friday match versus the Raiders. So we do play another game this week. So it is a short week. It's not that short of a week, but it is a short week. We have a game on Friday against the Raiders. I think that the Raiders will. I think it'll almost be similar to this, but I think it'll be a more of a lead. I think we'll probably beat them by more comfortably, because I think that Pat will still want to get back. Not saying like he's seeking revenge or anything, but I'm just saying I think he'll still want to get back at them for the Muppet, for the thing that I talked about earlier when we faced the Raiders, and I showed the clips. I think he'll still want to get back for them this game because it's a Black Friday game. Black Friday games are still pretty new with the Amazon and everything. So it's like I think that we'll try to, that he's gonna try to get back at them in this way, and he knows it's a standalone. So it's like I think he will, and I think that will also inspire him to make a big play, or just maybe win by comfortably, just to let them know like he's still the big dog, and like you don't want to be taking shots at him because you don't want to poke the sleeping bear, the sleeping giant. That's just what I think. That's just what I thought about the Kansas City this past week and how they played on this Sunday. That's my recap. Please like, comment, and subscribe on the journey to 1K subscribers. I appreciate you guys. Peace out.